天湖
there is a
四季
performance
牧歌。那么天湖四季牧歌呢，它讲的是什么样的一个故事呢？
and
就是
this
在
performance
这个空旷的枪塘草原上面，
is
然后有
to
两个
tell that in this
情侣的
grassland
一个爱情的故事。
there
当
is
吉人
a
赛马节
couple
呢
of
是在拉萨
lovers
北部
and
的
the
牧区的
performance
当琼
is
县
about their
然后
story.
进行的。
And
在这
the horse racing festival is in the Damxung County, Lhasa. And during the 7 days, people will gather in their best clothes. And the Dangjiren horse racing festival started on the 8th of August this year. And in the festival, people will be able to watch horse racing, yak racing, as well as costume display. And with my camera, you can see there is a wall here. You can guess
到底是什么呢？
what is so special about this wall.
有些网友可能来过西藏的，
And people may say that if they have visited Tibet, they may have seen such material or such a
边给大家
thing.
揭晓。其实啊，
And I will show you along the way.
在藏
And
族
on this
人家
wall,
非常常见的这样的一种燃料。
we can see a very common thing in the household of Tibetan people. It is like can be used as fuel, and that is the shit of cow.
好的，既然带大家来今天看这个当吉人赛马节啊，一定要给
And
大家来
if we
讲一
come
讲
here
这个
for
当吉
the
人赛马
horse
节
racing
到底是什么。
festival, we will introduce to you about the history and specialty of this festival. And this festival has a history of 300 years. In 2008, it was enlisted as the National Intangible Cultural Heritage, and this is also an annual event. And it is also an attraction to the world tourists to understand the culture of Tibet. And for this year's festival,
那么为什么
it focuses on horse racing
为大家来
as well as the clean environment in this county.
这个墙上挂了
And we can see here on the wall,
画儿哈，
there are several pictures.
像这样的照片呢，
And for these photos,
纳木错。那么我们
they show different view, different scene of Damxung Lake. And you can see this festival is held near the famous lake in Tibet, Namto Lake.
我们现在所在的位置呢是位于拉萨
And here
当琼县。那么当
we are in the Damxung County, Lhasa. And this county is in the
那么处于藏
central area of Tibet Autonomous Region. It is the gate
那么也是
between the southern part and northern part of Tibet. And this is a county
这里的牧民的群众呢，
relying on pasture. For hundreds of years, people here will ride on their horses and live on the pasture land. You can see the sky is clear today.
100米的距离呢，
And
在近
100
今天下午的一项
meters away, we can see this competition of
一会儿我们去
this afternoon, and that is the
赛场当中
pulling,
将进行
push and pull.
一个力量
competition
和技巧的一个比赛，叫做压家。
And on the court, we will also have another competition. And you can see on my right side, there is a black tent. And this tent is very special and
我马上给大
typical.
家来揭晓哈。
So you can just see and watch, and I will reveal the secret.
好的，那么我现在就要给大家来揭晓，大家看到了这样的帐篷，
And
为什么
you
说
can
它非常
see
有
this
特色？
tent,
那么
why I
这个
say it
帐
is
篷
very
呢，它
typical.
长45米，宽24米，
45 meters long, 24 meters width, and 6 meters high. The total area is more than 100 square meter. The total investment is 6 million yuan.
就是
And
毛
the
牛身上
tent
最粗的毛，
is
那么颜色
using
呢
the fur on the
穿
yak,
上不加
and
任
the
何的这个装饰，
color is black. There is no decoration
剪毛
in the exterior.
线，然后
And to build such a tent, the fur need to be smooth and need to be processed for 6 times. And the material is heavy and can keep a warm temperature inside. And the tent can prevent wind, sunlight, rain, as well as other bad conditions. And such a tent is a necessary part of the local people. And we are very delighted to invite with us the county leader. And Mr. Qi, the county leader, has brought with us a very handsome horse. And we will wait for our staff to bring us the horse. So you can see this very handsome horse. May I ask how old is it? 9 years old, with a name in the local language Yujia. The name is Yujia for this horse. And the horse is a little bit naughty and easily tempered. And is a horse for the racing or for daily performance. And this horse is often used for skills demonstration instead of just running and racing. And on the head of the horse, we have several colors of demonstration, and this is to show the characteristics of the local people. And during the competition, we will make up this decoration and put them on the horse. And to ride such a horse, what are the necessary skills? And can we go to a court to demonstrate what are the skills of riding horses? And for this black tent, how many tourists will the tent attract? They attract a lot of tourists because this place has become a center for tourism, and tourists will come as their first stop to this tent. And this tent can be used as a pub, as a cafeteria, and this is very important because this place can be a gate to the Damxung Lake. And this is a very important locality. And in our area, the black tent is the most typical building. And we have another innovation because we build a black tent for tourists. And these tents will become the temporary home for tourists. About 60 kilometers away, we have the tents for tourists. And tourists can have their experience and can take pictures of the scene and the tents. And in the photo, we can see so many beautiful scenes of the Damxung Lake. And about 63 kilometers away, we can see this beautiful lake. And you can see the horse is excited upon arriving on the grassland. And the horse is so eager to run on the grassland. And you need to hold the rope tight. Would you introduce how to ride on a horse? You need to hold the rein, hold the rope. And I can see the horse is hot-tempered, so active. Would you show us how to ride on this horse? So you need to put your feet in the proper position. You need to hold tight to the rein. And it is like you are driving a car. You need to hold tight to the steering wheel. And many people say they want to watch how the horse is running. So would you show us? So you can see this handsome guy on this handsome horse running on the grassland. It is a beautiful scene. Very handsome move. So actually today in the morning, we had several competitions, including horse racing. Would you get down to have some words, have some communication? And would you show us what are necessary skills and tips for running a horse? You need to hold tight to the rein, and you need to put your feet in the proper position, and you need to get on the horse from the right side. And if you are holding the rein, if you want to lead the horse, you also need to take the right side. So I really want to have a try because the horse is really spirited, and I am not so courageous to have a ride. So you can just see the previous riding of our handsome local people. So in the morning, there was a horse racing competition, and we will have a review of the previous competition, horse racing competition. I'm Li Zhen from CGTN, and the horse racing court in Lhasa. And today we are having the annual event of horse racing festival, and we are very delighted to invite with us the county leader, Mr. Qi. And the theme for this year's festival is about clean Damxung County. Why we say clean? Because for cleanness, it is a local brand, and we focus on our cultural industry. We also focus on the yak as well as drinking water, potable water industry. And for cleanness, we can say for Tibet, for Lhasa, it is the third pole for the cleanness. And in this place, the environment is well preserved, and products here are green. And what are the localities, the local products that we can buy here? And we have the potable water, the drinking water industry, and we want to build our county into the homeland, the county for clean drinking water. So we want to share the clean water from Tibet to all over the world. And we have in our water many mineral elements. And for yak meat, it is the yak which have grown up on the grasslands, not in a restriction. And we have very good grasslands, so the environment for the yak to grow up is very favorable. And these products, yak meat, they will be a good source of income for the local people and also offer great quality to customers. And you can see this large tent on our right side. It is actually a square for local activities, and we will have costume display each night. And this is for performance, and it is also a way to make the local people happier. And for the horse racing festival, it is a splendid gathering. And during the festival, local people can gather here with their friends and relatives. So we will have different kind of platforms, different kind of activities, so that local people will be proud and happy. And for this year's festival, how many tourists come here? And for this year, we have a breakthrough, because previously, this kind of festival is where local people enjoy themselves. And now we have this platform, we have a promotion, we have so many tourists. For the day before yesterday, about 3,000 people came here. And normally, we will have 1,000 tourists each day. And for recent days, we have altogether about 6,000 visitors. I can expect that for this season, during the festival, about 10,000 people will come. And for today's festival, this year's festival, what are the special aspects? Apart from horse racing and traditional activities, what are special arrangements? And for this year, we want to build the festival as a platform. And through this festival, a lot of e-commerce enterprises will come here, and we can link the local people with the market, and all agricultural goods, pastoral goods will come out of this region to the market. And we can see local people participate into the festival. As we have a higher degree of participation, a lot of people, all the county's people have come here for the festival. And in our area, this horse racing festival is even more important than our New Year celebration. And on our right side, you can see there are a lot of Tibetan-style tents. The black tents are mainly for people to live in, but the white tents are mainly for celebration and festivals. And these white tents are also used in summer because the environment will be cooler inside. And black tents are usually used during winter times, and white tents are used during summer times. And the white and black tents will become beautiful sceneries on the grasslands, and they are good sources of taking photos. So the grassland is green. We have the wetland, we have the blue sky and white cloud, and among these sceneries, we can see the beautiful tents. And we will invite our camera person to show us the beautiful environment through the lens.
好的，我们这个有很多这个央视新闻的网友。
Many of our friends on the internet has mentioned that they want to see once again the beautiful horse. And later on, we will bring it back so you can have a closer look.
好的，现在我们这个就来到了整个赛
And
场的
now
核心区了。
we come to the core area of the competition, and currently we have this kind of competition, and we will go and see what exactly the competition is.
其实刚才县长也说了，像这样的
And just now, the county leader has mentioned that for such a festival, it is also a splendid, a great event for the local people. And on the beautiful grasslands, we have this beautiful and annual celebration. We are coming nearer to the competition site, and you can see so many people are here to watch this competition. So you can see there are so many local people here, and our host is actually showing the costume of the local people. You can see this grandpa is wearing the local clothes.
是2个这个乡镇，然后进行这个比拼。
So this is the competition between 2 counties actually, the tug-of-war competition, and this is a male competition because it is even more amazing to watch. It is a show of strength. So we are actually watching the male tug-of-war during the horse racing festival. And for this, it is very attractive because it shows the strength of male, strength of human being.
对，那我们现场能不能给这个大家来解释
And
讲解一下？
would you explain to us what are the key points of the competition? So people are shouting, "Come on!" They want to cheer the competition participants up, and we have the 2 people here. You can see they are shouting because they want to cheer the participants up.
我们可以看到这个现场的这个群众。
So we can see the local people are very excited. And you can see the competition is near a draw. It's very intensive because the strengths on both sides are evenly balanced.
特别热情哈。
You can see the audience is very excited,
出了胜负。
and the victory has been achieved.
好的，各位央视新闻的网友，就是刚刚进入这个我们直播间的央视新闻网友。我们现
If
在
you
所看到
have
的
just
在
come to
88
watch
当
this
地
report, we are in the Damxung County, and the altitude is about 4,300 meters. And here we have the annual Dangjiren horse racing festival. And this festival is also a national level intangible cultural heritage. And just now we just watched the male tug-of-war. And you can see the second group is coming onto the court.
现场，那我们除了在这个赛马节当中有这个男子
So
的这个
apart from
拔河的比赛之
the
外，还有
male
其他的
competition, what are other events during the horse racing festival? We have 7 days, we have costume display, people will sing local songs, and we'll have yak racing because yak racing is the most interesting part. And we also have a local sport competition. And we have yajia, a kind of local sport, yajia
这样子叫压家呢？
competition. And what is yajia?
但是
Yajia is similar to tug-of-war, but there are only 2 people participating. And the position is in a squatting position. 2 people squat, and they have the rope tied to their neck, and they will pull. And there is another competition where people try to hold up hundreds of
我们这一场呢又开始了。
kilograms of big rock.
哪一队能赢？
So this kind of ability to hold big rock shows people's strength. And the second round of competition of tug-of-war is beginning, and we want to see who is the winner.
对。
Now this is a tie, this is
它
a
像这样
draw.
子的这个比赛，它是这个需要有几
And
场，
for
然后来
such
决
a
出胜负的。
competition,
现在1-1了嘛，现在还有一
how many rounds do we need? Now it is 1-1. We will have 2 out of 3 to decide the final winner. And we can also see here the male participants, they are very strong.
现在是要颁奖了吗？
不是另外2个乡镇，一个是龙仁乡，一个是当区卡镇。
And we will have another 2 groups for a second round to come onto the court.
全场地。
And now the participants are drawing like a lottery to decide which side they will be on during the tug-of-war competition. And for today, the court is beautiful because we have a beautiful weather. And against such a beautiful scene for such a large-scale event, this will make the people very excited and want to participate. And we are seeing the final decide the first place and second place in the whole competition. And we are waiting to see the competition to decide the champion and the runner-up. And the participants are somehow nervous and concerned, so we will not interrupt them for their preparation. And we are here, every participant, they are wearing special clothes and they have special decoration. And I feel that their clothes are a little bit more special, and they are wearing a local knife. And for this knife, it is not for actual use, it is just for decoration, and the agate and silver is also on the cover of the knife for decoration purposes. And now we are having the competition deciding the champion and the runner-up. So we can see here, the audience is very exciting, and you can see the group participants, they are exchanging their side. You can also see that for such a competition, it is exhausting. Now the two sides are standing in their respective positions, and they are preparing, and they are fully prepared for the competition. So you can see the two teams. We have two cheerleaders on each side for each team, and the cheerleaders are actually tearing the participants up. The local people normally use a small-scale tent, and the tent can be carried on the back of the yak. And in winter, people will come to a fixed position, but during summer, people will carry the tent to the place where they will herd their animals. So this small-scale tent is a kind of necessity for local people. And they are actually the home for the local people. And we mentioned that the white horse has run off to the grassland. We cannot catch it back, so we will see another horse instead. And for such a court, such a place for competition, what about the area, the total area? The total site is about 900 mu. And now we are at a standard court, just like a football court. About 880 meters of the running lane, and the lanes are also established according to international standards. And it has been mentioned by our netizens that if you want to take photos here, it does not need any skill. Just the scene is beautiful enough. So I have always mentioned to our tourists that you can take photos anywhere because the scene is just so beautiful. And especially in our county, the Nianchun Tangla mountain is around this place, and we have the wetlands, various kind of plants. So our county is especially beautiful, with wetland, mountain, as well as grassland, various kind of horses. All elements of tourism concentrate in our county. We even have hot spring, glacier. Also, there are glaciers in our county. And for Damxung County, what do horses represent to local people? Horses are the partners. Horses now are not just means of transportation, but all local people raise horses. They consider horses as their family, as their partner, and may all have the passion, the affection for horses. And especially the days before the horse racing festival, our men will sleep in the place where they raise the horses. They want to bond with the horses. And the horses will be put into the cold river so that the horses can have better resistance. It is like when people have cold water shower, and this helps to build up the body strength of the horses. And horses are like just family of our people, of our local people. And in previous days, horses were necessary for transportation. And today we have motorcycles for local people. Some local people have cars. And horses are no longer means of transportation, but they are just family. Previously, when people had motorcycles, and people would think it is fashionable to ride on a motorcycle, and then people want to take a ride in a car. But the year before last year, riding on a horse also became fashionable. And for this year, I myself even want to ride on a horse to express New Year greetings to our local people. And we can have a view of the scene around us. And on the grassland, with the mountains and clouds, we can see the scene is so beautiful. And the riding side is magnificent because we can see the mountain here. And this court is a very important center to attract tourists. Tourists can ride on horses, and they can even go to the special cafe, where the cafe shows the traditional culture. While drinking coffee, tourists can wait for their children to have a try on riding the horse. And you can see we can look forward to another beautiful horse. So we know that for this year's festival, it is different as compared to previous ones because we introduced e-commerce. E-commerce is for us to draw upon the internet so we can catch up with the trend and accelerate the connection between the local people and the market. And for e-commerce, we can sell very good local products, local specialty to the market. If we take the traditional channel, it would take a long time. But through e-commerce, through the new media, through the internet, we can sell the local specialties faster to the market. And with the membership consumption, we have made a lot of effort. We have loyal members, and these people are especially fond of local specialty. And this year is a key year of poverty reduction, and we also want to encourage our member consumer. They will buy themselves and they will advocate, they will tell the people around them about the local specialty of our county. And if people want to have a taste of the yak here or have a drink of the local water, maybe they can go through the e-commerce and to buy the local specialty. We will have very good quality services and products. And also this smart guy And he has brought with us another smart horse. And this horse is very kind in his temperament.
好，因为刚才那匹白马呢，它是可能是比较活泼的啊。
Just now, the white horse has run off to the grassland, and you can see this one, this brown one, is more kind. And would you introduce to us once again what are the tips we need to heed while riding on the horse? First, we need to hold tight to the rein, and if we get on the horse, we need to take the right side. And we need to put our feet in the right
一
position.
定要踩牢哈。
踩好，对安全的，踩好。
All these tips are for our own safety.
不能到这个马的这个尾部哈。
它很容易。
And we should not
那匹
touch
马
the
刚才
back,
那匹马这个
the
那刚才那匹
tail
马
of
9岁
the
是吧
horse.
这匹呢？
这个的话是
Just now, the white horse is 9 years old, and this one, this brown one, is 10 years old. And the name is 扎西,
我看还是像
A
刚才那匹马一样，也是
familiar local phrase expressing goodwill, 扎西. And also the beautiful decoration on the horses, on the horse.
那我能不能去
You
这个
can
马
see
的
this brown horse is beautiful. And can I have a try to ride this horse?
好，我从右边哈。
你首先要一个脚
就我刚才学习了是要
First
要
Put your foot here,
抓好，
然后再
stand tight, and you get on the horseback. Another foot in the right position,
要稍微往后一点是吧？这个是为
and
什么
you
呢？
need to sit a little bit backward. So this is for the safety concern.
对。那么刚才这个你也给我们这个央视新闻网友介绍了哈，
And you have
这个
just
骑马有
introduced
点
to
像开
us.
车，就是
To ride
对
a horse, it is like
有点
to
像这个
drive a
要
car.
夹住，
So the knees need to be bent tight
就是要
towards
停
the
的话就相
inside.
当于就要把它拉住，就相当于踩了刹
And
车了，
to
然后要往
stop
左边的话
the
想
horse,
打
I
这个
need
方
to
向盘
hold
往
the
左边
rope.
然后往右边就是
It is
方向
like
盘往右
I
边
have stepped on the
哦
brake.
对，我还是这个下来，然后让您上来给大家来再展示一下吧。因为
I
我
will
这
just
个
get
助手可
down
能也
and
不太行
invite
哈
you to
好，谢谢。
ride the horse for the demonstration.
来给我们展示一下标准的哈，标准的。
So would you show us the standard steps to get on a horse? Put your foot here, get up, put another foot in the right position,
两个脚定踩好，然后膝盖夹住。
好，那能不能给我们这个
and
央视新闻
bend
网友来展
the
示一下这个
knees
骑马
toward inside, and we ride around to show us. Just a small circle will do.
음, 这个是走马哈，
This is just walking. Let the horse walk.
还有不一样的，
It is not like the horse is running.
稍微慢一些。
The speed is slower.
那能不能给这个我们网友说，可以表演一下吗？这个他有什么样的这个技巧
Would you show us what are the skills how to run a horse? So different gesture, this special gesture here, you can see.
能不能
It is
再来一下
excellent.
刚才有很多人没看够啊。
Once again, please, this special gesture.
还有别的吗？
What are other gestures and moves? So for different gesture, we need to have different kind of
站在这个鞍上，
saddle. And if we have a special saddle, we can stand on it on the back of the horse.
那么我们今天上午是看到了，就是有这个骑这个跑马
In the
这
morning,
样的一个骑手哈，
we
我看年龄好像都不太
see
大。
horse racing, and the rider
这
is
个我们
not
下来聊一聊。
old, it's just young. What are the reasons?
因为牧民的马，
Because
因为我们那边
the horses
骑手都是8岁，
都比较小，
就是8岁到13
are
岁左右，因为它轻嘛。
read by 8 to 10 years of riders, because we can see those children, 8 to 10 years old, they are a little bit light. They don't have a very large weight, so the speed will be higher because the burden on the back of the horse is lighter.
嗯，好的，各位央视新闻的网友，大家好。
So
我现在所在的位置呢，就是这个
I'm
在
here
拉萨市当雄县的这个
in
草原上。那么这片草
Damxung
原呢是
County,
我们
Lhasa,
今年的
and
当地
this
人赛马节
grassland
的赛马场。
is the
那么刚才呢，我
place
们
for
也
this
是
year's
这么帅的小
Dangjiren
伙给我们
horse racing
展现了这
festival.
这个骑这么
And just
英
now,
俊的这个骏马
we
哈
have seen this
然后也
beautiful
在这样的一
horse.
个非常美丽的
And
这个环境
in
当
this
中，然后我
beautiful
们今天的
place,
新媒体直播都到此结束了。
we will end today's
到最
broadcast.
后，可以让我们的这个摄像老师给我们看一看我们
At the
周边
very
的环
end,
境。
maybe we can show you the environment through our lens.